either like Savage throwing them and then like running into the wall repeatedly, or the Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in. Like the arena is just such a big setup for that one.
So I will
So the team
say
fight is huge.
Mars is like typically considered a counter to the Timbersaw. Like I would say more often than not, Mars is definitely a Timbersaw counter, but not when they're in lane 1v1, right? Like that was just a unfortunate, event there for DogChamp in game one where they don't get the lane favorable, like the favorable lane matchups. But when the game progresses, like Mars is very good at dealing with Timbersaw. He just gets stuck inside the arena. He has to go Yule Scepter. It's the only way for him to buy time, or else he just dies. So,
You go BKB.
yeah, you can go BKB. Timbersaw is just not a hero that likes to build BKB, right?
Uh, every hero likes to build BKB.
That's true.
Match community good.
Coddle Storm, very solid.
Despite not having Release on the team anymore, just don't be keep the light is still an amazing combo.
Can you
And
just
of course you can.
go ahead? I have a feeling I know what the hero that they're gonna pick next is, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. The Keeper of the Light obviously does a very good job at building up stacks for the Storm Spirit. And when you have a Timbersaw who's able to play the offlane by himself, it gives Keeper of the Light even more time to spend out of lane and snowballing the Storm Spirit at the beginning of the game. Did end up taking a couple of the early game nerfs, but I think when you get to that like 25-minute timing, get your like Null Talismans, Eggs, BKB, you're going to be just fine. Shadow Shaman picked up next here on the side of Nanzo. That is going to be a Z Freak hero, I'm certain.
It could be. Huskies also played it because, especially with Dawnbreaker as well, it's like these heroes can kind of flex between 4 and 5. But yeah, I think you're right. It's most likely Z Freaks. The Blink Hex this game is super value if he gets it. Just a great catching Storm. So most likely going to be the case. I feel like you have to ban Anti-Mage here on DogChamp. It is very strong, this game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's great against all these heroes, I feel.
Yeah.
Storm Spirit and the Timbersaw especially. So probably take that one out next. But you have an aggressive lineup on Nouns. They might not be like that inclined to go for an anti-mage game here. We could see something like... No. I was going to say we could see something like absolutely crazy, the position 3 anti-mage like we saw in the CN DPC, but pretty unlikely if they already have the Mars, the Lone Druid, and they don't really have like anybody else they can swap around. So yeah, they just ban out the pause 1 AM, like you were talking about. They get rid of the Life Stealer in response to it.
That's a good one. Yeah, that hero just owns Lone Druid.
I mean, it's pretty good against him. I don't even think it's amazing just because how Lone Druid's recently played.
No, you just attack the bear and the bear dies. Like that's what makes it so good. Like you just open wounds the bear and it just dies.
Yeah, it's pretty good against the Mars as well. I'm not even sure that like you deal with a Lone Druid hero though, because again, this guy didn't just like building 5-6 Wraith Bands in the late game. That's too much armor for you to actually be able to click down.
It's pretty fun.
It is wild. Yeah. Wow. And banned out. They get rid of Ursa as well. I guess they're concerned about them just playing the super fast on the side of Nouns. Yeah, Phantom Assassin defend their backline. Does that mean they're going to play a carry? Like a range carry if they're banning out to the PA?
And it's just the Mars counter, I think. Like at the end of the day, like it's still very good against Mars. And Shaman, like he's gonna be like shackling up Storm, and if PA just gets to blink on him freely and kind of ruins your hero. All right, Medusa, Snake Lady, not bad. Do they have illusion clear is the question. Looks like PL is not strong enough here. But what other diffusal hero can you pick if you want to go for a diffusal hero? And you already just go Terrorblade.
I mean, I don't even think that you need to go diffusal hero. I think like illusions are kind of underwhelming at burning through mana with diffusal blade these days anyways. They only do like 8 mana burn a hit. Now they like slowly nerf that again and again. You could go for a TB here. I don't mind that one, or you could just allow like Gunner to be the true carry this game, then run something like that plays a little bit faster from the safe lane.
I think TB and
that's
Gyro.
logic behind the ban on.
I think TB Gyro are like your 2 picks here. I mean, Faceless Void is pickable too. A little bit slower, but not bad.
Yeah. You don't want like a super hard carry. I don't like Faceless Void too much because the only thing they've really did drop in the Chronosphere is the Dawnbreaker ultimate. So I think they'll just go for like a fast paced carry.
Oh, God, they're doing it again.
No, just give me.
It's
okay,
just Coast to
Be like position 1 Dawnbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's 100% going to be Gunner on this Lone Druid in the mid lane, but obviously it doesn't need to be as like hard of a carry here if Gunner's playing this lone druid. So this should be a sick performance down the bottom lane. It's a faster paced carry like I was talking about. But are you a fan of this one, Ricky?
Yeah, I actually like didn't really consider that it could have been Dawnbreaker in the safe lane, but I don't know why, because I literally just played Dawnbreaker carry a few days ago. Yeah, I think this will be pretty okay. The downside is like Timbersaw is still gonna like have a field day in this lane against you. So
Yeah.
you got to be careful. I think I hate to say you max Celestial Hammer here, but you might have to.
I mean, it's not bad. It's what people normally do, isn't it?
I feel like most people are going for like Starbreaker and stuff now. But
I don't know what people go on this hero, honestly. It has not been in any of the games that I've casted.
yeah, it's been a while.
Celestial Hammer is like obviously like the best nuke ability, though. I think Starbreaker is better for farming up, and obviously when you get the early shard, it's a lot better. But Celestial Hammer feels like the build. Well, let's get the show on the road. So I have you started coming around to Storm Spirit nerfs yet? Because
Nope.
I feel like he isn't okay. In my opinion, he is not as powerful as he was before after he lost some of his beginning damage and armor. You good there, or you just
Yeah,
don't want to engage with the
you're
Storm
good.
Spirit? Okay.
I'm like getting production and everything set up. We're fine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still hate this hero.
Hmm.
I think it's like I think I've said it a few times. I think they removed the skill from Storm Spirit. Like it literally takes no brain cells to play this hero now. Like you just get null talismans and zip around the map, and you're like, yay, I'm doing it. Like that's not fun. The whole point of the spirit heroes is that they all have like a very high skill cap. They're all supposed to be pretty difficult to play. But they all have like, they're all like viable essentially, right? And Storm Spirit just like broke that mold completely. He just doesn't fit.
I don't know. I feel like he's kind of weak at the beginning of games now. Like taking the point of armor away from him, as well as like 10 of this overload damage, it did play a pretty big part. Like, yes, if you can get to that 25-minute mark, he is still pretty strong, but he slowed down his farming speed and his ability to kill heroes by quite a bit by getting rid of these two things. So I kind of like the nerfs. You definitely need to change the null talisman part of him as well, though. It is kind of ridiculous.
Oh, that's cool. His lone druid urn is green for some reason, which I don't know why that is the case. There's two colors. Yeah, the back piece, sorry, is like little, I don't know what it's called.
That's a cauldron.
Cauldron, yeah. It's green though. It's not supposed to be green normally.
He's got a different version of it.
It must have been during that like release where they like made, I think, what was it? They re-released like six old immortals and then just recolored them green and was like, "Yay, we did it!"
I mean, it looked cool to me. Cool enough to grab your attention, obviously, as well. Man, Fate is putting a lot of hurt into Gunner's bear here.
Yeah, you just click the bear. That is how you beat Lone Druid. At least in the earlier levels.
Yeah. So it's got a 2-minute cooldown. I'm not sure he's going to be able to put 1100 damage in this thing in 2 minutes. Top lane.
Yeah, they are getting very aggressive onto Yarn here. The body blocks from Costa Bele gets the first blood. Very sick. He's actually using my favorite Dawnbreaker skin.
The default?
The default.
Cool.
But he's got the hammer. It's like the default with the hammer. That is like the best Dawnbreaker skin.
Yeah, of course. I don't know hats very well, but I'm pretty sure this is just default Dawnbreaker.
It is.
Good stuff. So mid lane matchup, they didn't end up putting the Observer or Sentry Ward over on the Storm Spirit's camp, so he's not going to be able to move over to the side and farm up, even if he ends up taking some heavy harass here from the Lone Druid. So I imagine this lane will probably go Fate's way, even if he starts doing kind of badly. He can just move over to the side and jungle. Didn't take countermeasures for that one. Elsewhere on the map, bottom lane. I mean, don't make just farming down here. Z-Freak doesn't have an amazing way of punishing just yet. I think once you hit like level 3 on these heroes, 1-1-1 they'll be okay.
classic lone
You have to be
druid
careful
play
your
here
positioning,
where you send yourself to one rune, your bear goes to the other. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Unlucky, didn't end up bouncing to Z-Freak there on that Mystic Snake. So your Nightmare's on cooldown for like 13 seconds. Possible Z-Freak tries to make a play here, but he's not able to like get the Nightmare disengaged off. They're pretty far up on the creep wave right now as well. He's just not going to do it. Then you've got Magic Stick and Mango on the Bane as well. So if he needs mana, he's able to just pop that.
Jeez, I didn't realize Dawnbreaker's Agi was so bad. I thought she had more Agi than that, but she does not. Top lane speed. Last auto attack goes the way of the CM. All right, nice start to the lanes again from Nouns. Up 0 and 2. Costa Belay just owning on this safe lane Dawnbreaker. 15 CS. 1 kill, 1 assist, not bad.
At top of the net worth. Gunner's doing exactly what I was talking about, by the way. The Stormbeard's already been zoned out of lane. Fane moved over to the side camp there, but like he's trying to do as much damage as he can to this bear, but he just resummons it every 2 minutes. It's got too much HP for the Stormbeard to actually go through. Very funny stuff.
It's good stuff, yeah, indeed.
Yeah. He went in the tried to scout the Storm Spirit thinking that he might be doing the hard camp super far away from the lane, but Fade does end up coming back to lane. It would be a shame if he got rooted here. So 4 minutes about to roll around. Yarn's just gonna end up stacking camps. I don't think he's gonna make a rotation on the water rune. It's not that valuable. Just because Gunner's not like contesting the rune super hard. Husky's gonna try to contest these stacks though.
Yeah. Mid lane, Fade taking a lot of damage. Gunner might just go for the dive. Remnant's gonna be able to slow down the bear, and he will be able to force it off. And that bear, is it dead? It is dead. He gets the deny though. Oh my god, what a play from Gunner.
I mean, it wasn't crazy. Let's not go wild about that one.
Dude, denying your bear is huge.
I mean, you stop a lot of gold going the way of the Storm Spirit, but it is a pretty easy deny to set up. He's going to be without his bear for another like 30 seconds right now. Bottom lane. Finally kill on a move. He ends up going too far up.
Z-Freak's happy. Look at all this juicy experience. Oh, they fort the wave. How nice of them. Wait for the Mars to come back.
Yeah. Gunner's bear is going to be back up in just a second. Unfortunate for Fate, he only just hits level 5 now, and he's got to walk all the way back to base again. Man, he has to buy his own TP because he's already TP'd back to his mid lane once. There's another 100 gold thrown away. He's not having a fun time here. I can see why everyone ends up just banning this lone druid away when the playing gets down. Gunner's way too good in this hero.
Yep, he is owning. I remember in my youth when I used to enjoy playing Lone Druid, but it requires so many buttons nowadays. I'm just like, ugh.
It's
too
two
lazy
instead of one.
I'm so lazy. I'd rather just press less buttons, you know?
Do you play any micro heroes?
I mean, Lone Druid was one of my best, actually, for a long time.
Brewmaster, Meepo, Visage.
Visage and Meepo. I mean, I was okay at Meepo. I had a roommate who was a Meepo spammer, so he showed me a lot of the Meepo ways, but nah. Visage I enjoy. Haven't played a ton of it, but Hero's kind of been dead for, I don't know, like 6 years or something now. Wrap around to the mid lane. Z-Freak with the Hex into the Shackles. Storm Spirit in some trouble. Doesn't get a root quite yet. Fade. You're just going to get the Nightmare. And now, well, there it is.
The root.
Ask and you shall receive onto B9 there, but a big nuke comes through from Yarn. It's going to be that Ether Shock that finds the kill, but Z-Freak's not done. He's got the Haste Rune. He really wants to continue the chase, but Yarn going to be able to scare him off here in the Keeper of the Light.
Yep. Throws a blast out, doesn't end up connecting. But still, okay set up over to the mid lane. They don't have the catapult up anymore, so they're not going to be able to do too much damage to this tower. There's a lot of observer wards here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you see all these? Just 3 on the high ground? That might have been a misclick. Dawnbreaker to the mid lane. Quick Starbreaker there to finish her off. They really want this tower. They have now committed 4 heroes to the mid lane here to try and bring it down.
Yeah. They'll make fairly quick work of this one. Very little chance they're able to hit. Veda is waiting on the side. He has a lot of mana to work with, but not much HP.
Speed's not level 6. All right, they will be able to take down Gunner's Bear, though. So 300 gold going the way of Timbersaw. And he'll just go for the resummon here.
Now his face boots are completed as well. I mean, this guy's just like resummoned basically off of cooldown since the beginning of the game. It is incredibly low. This thing is 2700 HP as well. Like, it is not easy for them to bring down. The Storm Spirit very slowly whittles away at it, and he just summons a new one.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yep. Speaking of Storm Spirit, now clearing out these stacks. Look at the armor reduction on the Storm Spirit. The man just simply cannot tank these creeps anymore.
Wait.
I missed an important kill bottom lane.
You baited me.
Yeah, my bad. What can you do?
I know. Look at Storm. Pretend like that didn't happen. Oh my god, 20 HP. Sir, careful.
You see? With the +1 armor, he would have been able to clear this stack. Look at that, Ricky. These are the nerfs coming into play.
Oh, look at a regen too. Unlucky. Yeah, top lane, they're chasing after Costa Bile, but Dawnbreaker pretty fast, so not gonna be able to find the kill there. Turns attention over to Husky instead. Costa Bile, is he thinking about coming back? Celestial Hammer is out. I think that's a pretty decent. I mean, Speed's got to be careful now.
He's got wand charges. He's got 9. He's gonna potentially turn this on them if they get too cocky here.
With the Storm Spirit coming in, they do manage to find the kill onto one. Costa Bile trying
no, they
to
don't.
run away.
The creep got it.
Oh, you're right. All right. Husky dies to the creep, but they still manage to find the kill there onto Costa Bile. So ends up being a 1-for-1 technically, but a big win there for Storm. You got a lot of XP out of that.
Yeah. I baited them forward. I mean, they were laughing at Timbersaw. He was laughing back at them. Turns out went around on them very quickly. Didn't end up getting his 10 stick off there. I think he would have been able to survive if he had. Bottom.
Yeah, Speed TPing into the trees, but there's the arena. The Spirit comes out. Costa Bile coming in as well. Into the shackles. Timbersaw overestimating how tanky you are, and the triple tip from Nouns here onto Speed.
I mean, they had that one coming after. Last one. They're not too pleased with Speed after that last play that he set up, but they do end up getting the last laugh as well on now as they find the tier 1 tower. Dawnbreaker.
Going in aggressively here. Does find B9. Quick little kill there. Storm Spirit just not having a lot of impact so far in this game, and Spear comes out from Moo, pins down the Keeper of the Light. Yaren gonna get caught by the body blocks.
Dude, the body blocks. Dude, this hero might as well be stunned with these blocks that Moo are pulling out. Oh my god, Husky goes to tip out onto him.
You know, it would have been even funnier.
What?
If he was like taunting Bulwark at him while he's body blocking him.
Yeah, toggling on and off or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played a game recently where someone was joking about playing Mars into Medusa because you just use Bulwark to back up into the Medusa. And every time Medusa would stone gaze, he would just do like a beeping noise, like he was, you know, operating a vehicle. It was quite funny. Into the Roche pit they go. They've got the Shaman wards, and you know, Lone Druid pretty decent at doing this as well. Orb of Corrosion, a little bit of armor reduction, but first Roche gonna go the way of Nouns, and I'm sure Gunner's gonna be the one that takes the Aegis here.
Yeah. Probably.
I mean, I can't imagine it goes to Dawnbreaker. Costa Bile just wants to farm.
Yeah. I do give it to Gunner. What's he working on at the moment? So, Maelstrom Bear is being worked on right now.
Top lane, they see the TPs coming through. Storm Spirit going to disengage, but he runs right into the hands of Husky, and he is out of mana now. Pops the Illusion Rune, but the Frostbite comes through. Freezing Field as well, but Fade, he gets enough mana back to survive. The Spear of the Arena does catch Yaren, so he will die. It's Costa Bile continuing the chase here. They will not find that extra kill, but they end up getting the Courier. Okay.
Yep. So Husky actually waited. I was curious why he didn't end up dropping his Frostbite right away. He actually waited for the Illusion Rune and the Storm Spirit to come out first.
Yeah, it was smart. Guy's a gamer.
Small play. Yeah. It still doesn't end up getting the kill onto him, but, you know, neat little play. I was waiting for that to dispel. Stonebank continuing to farm up, but again, it is 4K net worth advantage right now. They're doing super well for themselves this game.
Gunner loses his bear top, ends up giving that kill on over to Fade. He tried to go for the deny onto it. And there's going to go ahead and be that true form. And Gunner going to free that bear up to go crazy here as he's just trying to stay on top of the Bane, but still Nightmare.
Charges and,
so.
And we might just... Yeah, if you try to Fiend Script that one, Moo comes around and throws the spear off onto you. I was thinking that he might drop the Fiend Script off on the bear because he just resummoned it and they knew it. So Gunner would have been useless for the next couple of minutes.
It's always very funny.
When you lose the bear right away after resummoning it, you're just like not a hero for 2 minutes. Yeah. It's funny you not be able to play the video game. Cool stuff, Ricky. Speed. Getting run down by Kostabile.
They might have the damage. There is a freezing field available. He will go ahead and drop it into the shackles. All right, that's got to be enough to kill the Timbersaw. They do get the kill, but it did cost you Gunner in the top lane. He finally ends up dying on the Lone Druid.
He ends up going down twice. He lost his Aegis there as well. Now he's going to turn this into the top tier 1 tower. I mean, a lot of damage coming out from the Storm. I'm surprised they had enough damage actually kill the Timbersaw there, but no better time to go for it than, you know, when everyone is occupied. They're pretty close to that tower as well. Gunner's probably thinking he's pretty safe up there. Just drop the wards under the tier 2. Timbersaw gonna TP in. Z-Freak is actually approaching. This is wild to me.
He's just baiting him, dude. He's
Are they
just
gonna
baiting
dive
him.
this? They've got Arena. They cleared all the trees underneath the tower.
They also have Dawnbreaker ult, right? So not easy to commit onto Z-Freak, even though he's just a little shaman.
Yeah, but I guess they're worried about the diving the Storm Spirit, turning that one around on them fairly quickly, as he does have TP available. So everybody backs up now. Stonebank still hasn't really had a chance to participate in this game. Finally completed the Maelstrom on the bear, but the Medusa's farming, I think, reasonably well at this point. You had the top 3 heroes on net worth a moment ago on nouns, but Medusa is starting to catch up to Kostabile. Do you like this build that Dawnbreaker's going? Just like straight into BKB, then Aghanim Shard? You don't need to be like the super high DPS carry when you have a Lone Druid mid, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually think this is the correct build, or at least I hope so, because this is what I did yesterday, or the other day. They do find Timbersaw bottom. Fear does come through. Do they have the Chainstones? What a spear there from Moo, perfectly connecting. And with all 5 heroes here in the bottom lane, they will finally take this tier 2 tower.
Yeah. Double damage rune definitely helping. They don't just walk up high ground here, do they? I mean, they don't have Fortify available.
Yeah, you can. Like, you have a Lone Druid with True Form active.
Dude, Stonebank needs to get back. Like, Stonekey's actually pretty important to defending this one.
You still have Blink Arena as well. All right.
I'm just gonna hang out.
High ground into Coddle.
Go back?
Not easy.
Yeah.
They smoke instead. They're gonna head top. I think their ward caught Stonebank for a moment. Yeah, it does see Stonebank, so they are just beelining it for the Medusa since they know exactly where he is.
Yeah, if Stonebank TP's out now, she'll be able to get away. Window of opportunity now missed though.
Yeah, that
Moo's
is
gonna end up connecting with you.
Beautiful scan as well. The Arena will trap her in place. The Spear as well. You got the Stone Gaze off, but you still got nowhere to go. They will take down the Medusa. Another kill for the Dawnbreaker. Yeah, the ward on the backside scouted them as soon as that smoke popped, but
Already too late at that
they
point.
know it must be back here somewhere. Yeah, he's got it.
Yep. I mean, you gotta know there's a ward somewhere inside the enemy team's jungle that you didn't catch there. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been so confident running the Medusa like that. But I don't imagine they'll be able to clear that one out. B9 thinks that there's enemy vision up on the high ground here, even though that one's not the case either. You will scout out this sentry ward though. So still another 45 seconds till Arena's available. I think you want to continue to dodge here on DogChamp though, even though Arena's down. You're very close to the BKB dude Z-Freak.
Yeah, he just solos Yaren, but ends up dying over to Fade.
No, that is Fade's BKB completed now. So next time he's waiting for is this Aghanim Scepter and like the 25-minute mark where his null talismans come online. Later this goes, do you think they're better off on DogChamp?
I don't think so. I like Dawnbreaker carry is actually a pretty ridiculous amount of damage. Like this hero does a lot of damage. So it wouldn't actually be all that surprising to me as even with the Medusa, they're able to chew through here. You have Lone Druid, who's not really countered in this game, to be honest. So I think overall, even with the Medusa, you're going to struggle going into late game against these heroes. They're a lot more survivable on nouns is the only thing, right? Like you have Mars with Bulwark, Arena, very good at keeping heroes alive against the Medusa. You got Lone Druid, with True Form, Savage Roar, and like just the innate lifesteal. And Costabile's, Dawnbreaker is very tanky, very survivable. So,
Yep.
Similar to last game, I think, where it's going to become difficult. They're going to go for the initiation here onto Husky the heels, keeping them topped off. Yaren will be the first to fall. In comes the freezing field. Fade has to leave. He doesn't have the physical damage to go through that. And now he's out. He'll be able to make it far enough away from the side of Nouns, but B9 might not be as lucky. Gunner here, he's going to have the Savage Roar, catches the Bane, and we will finish him off with the spear there.
Yeah, Stormfield is forced to just like hide in the trees for the next like 12 seconds right now. I feel his TP is still on cooldown. Yeah. He's gonna get out in a little bit here, but nice team fight there on the side of Nouns.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even get the CM, which kind of sucks, but she's surprisingly tanky. As a Fluffy had the belt of strength, going for these bongo boots. 1300 HP. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of the issue with this Null Talisman build, though. People have been going these damage items. Some people have like tacked into going the Witchblade, which will do you like a little bit better, but you don't go that Kaya anymore, so the heroes like are slower to go down. You miss these windows of opportunities on Storm.
Yeah. Beautiful
Timbersaw.
arena play here in the mid lane, trapping down the Timbersaw. He is surviving through so much damage here, thanks to Yaren's like double illuminate. So he will end up surviving despite the arena, the full duration shackles, and all. So well done there by Speed.
And the Sange. Don't forget about
Yeah,
that.
the Sange
12%
as well.
status resist. Big deal. You get a lot more HP with this one as well.
Yeah, it's just the HP regen too is pretty nuts.
And 50 a second at the moment, so if you can't blow this guy up, he's just gonna like out-sustain the damage that you do. And unfortunately, they don't have amazing heroes at blowing people up.
Do you remember when Sand King used to like randomly have like a level 25 like 50 HP regen talent or something?
Yeah, that was sick.
It was really funny. Late
Him and
game.
Underlord as well, right?
Yeah, they both had like the Underlords was like level 20 and I think it was 25 regen or something.
Yeah.
But
That was so sick, man.
Dude, it was just like times you would just buy a Sange and a heart and you would just like stand in the enemy team and they're like, well, I'm regenerating 200 health a second. Good luck.
What are you gonna do about it?
It's just so funny. It's just what
We
I
had
think
some
about
crazy
like looking at the yeah, it's like looking at Timbersaw's health regen.
No. You remember death respawn talents? No, those were
Immediately removed. Same with GPM talents. Like all those were just like so anti-gamer.
Yeah, I think Lena had hers at level 10, and so she just like wasn't dead.
Yeah, you'd kill Lena and she'd be like, I'm back in 11 seconds. Have fun.
No, you'd be back like instantly at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then Venomancer had like a minus 60 second respawn talent at 25 or something.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yaren
Quinn was running a lot of it.
goes down mid lane there. Another catch by Mu thanks to the haste rune. And Costabile, yes, he's going my favorite build. The disassemble of the Echo Saber into the Bloodthorn. It's so sick. Oh, a little bit off on the God's Rebuke, but a spear comes out anyway. And B9 getting sprayed here by the Husky. Looking for more as Timbersaw caught behind the tower. Speedy was tanky the first time. I don't think he's tanky enough this time.
Yeah. Make quick work of them. They're gonna make quick work of this tower as well. As soon as the creeps get here, the Lone Druid is gonna rip this thing apart. It demolishes just so much damage, man.
Now, there's a very unhinged gamer known as Mr. V, who plays a lot of Dawnbreaker, who is convinced that the Dawnbreaker core build is Phase Boots, BKB, Shard, Divine Rapier. How do you feel about that one?
Mr. V is Dota 2 public enemy number 1.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page about this build.
Yeah. Very unhinged man. He's moving back to my city soon.
Oh, dang, really? You guys gonna hang out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Dude, they let this guy teach at universities or something like that. Isn't insane.
Wait,
they don't know what he does in Dota. Yeah. He's got like a doctorate or working on a doctorate or something like that.
That's pretty poggers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you and I
but he's polluting the minds of the youth.
Barely able to produce English sentences. It's fine. Roshan number 2. It's under siege here from Downs. They get the Shaman Wards out once again. You got the Lone Druid who finds a DDE rune. You know, everything coming together here. Aegis and Shard. Does he have Shard yet on Gunner? Oh, he already does. Unlucky. The magic timing is Shard at level 15 on the Lone Druid. You get the -8 seconds Savage Roar cooldown. It is absolutely broken. Once you have the Shard, it's very good.
Yeah. He's almost got the Mjolnir completed on him as well.
Yeah.
God, he farms so fast. Another 200 gold and he'll have it. He's going to run down this tier 3 tower up in the top lane. It looks like everyone else, they feel like they don't need this Lone Druid. They can just win a fight without him.
Oh, they gave the Shard to Z-Freak. I really thought I was going to go on Husky since he's going for the bongo boots, but I'll give it to Z-Freak instead. So now he has the Serpent Wards on Shackles.
I mean, the extra cast range you get on this thing is nice as well. He's got the Aethelins. You drop the Shackles from so far away with this.
Yeah, I forgot it actually gives cast range entirely.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sieging the tier 3 tower is going to be slowed down a little bit here. Caudle, very annoying to deal with. And you still have to go to the high ground into Medusa Storm Spirit. So it's not an easy task here for the side of Nouns. That being said, Fade on the other side of the map here with a BKB. Farming up.
Z-Freak comes as well. So Z-Freak is going to try to catch out Storm Spirit. He figures he's hiding somewhere around. Yeah, he pings out like a triangle.
But he's going to see him
got a pretty good idea of where he is. Yeah. He sees him on the ward, so he's never going to be able to catch him. The Kustabile TP back made sense to me.
Oh, he drops a ward. I thought it was a sentry that he dropped there. I was like, why is he not dewarding? Oh, there's the sentry. Oh, it misses the ward though. Unlucky. Mid lane. The arena's caught the Medusa. In comes Dawnbreaker. Stone Gaze doing some work, but Gunner trying to lay into her here with this bear. Not going to do enough, but they'll instead turn their attention on over to B9 on the Bane. Caught off onto the side, separated out from the rest of the team. And Bane down does have buyback, but are they just not done? They're going to keep chasing? Okay, they have to back off. He's on the high ground now.
Yeah, they have no creep wave, and Fade is now moving over to the mid lane to cut this one. So want to be able to stop them, be able to put pressure on this tier 2 tower. Unfortunately, they don't have anyone. They didn't react to anybody preemptively deal with the Storm Spirit. Split push gameplay is very annoying, especially against the hero that's like invulnerable and can run away from you without being stopped.
They smoked mid. They're looking for Fade. They're going to get the vision. It's got to be Z-Freak to open it. Nah, you can't BKB an instant Hex. And that is going to be a kill. No. He will know about the ward now. Yeah. I feel like, wait, he knew about the ward, though. They actually saw them place it.
Yeah, but, you know, maybe not everybody communicated that one. Because he pinked it out afterwards. Like, yeah, they have vision over here, you guys.
I think he just
Someone on the
forgot.
team probably saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also just may have thought they were somewhere else on the map. So, Dawnbreaker, yeah, Starbreaker, Luminosity. I'm sure he goes to Luminosity, attacks at 20. I feel like this is a hero that does a pretty ridiculous amount of damage in the late game with like the right damage.
Pretty crazy as well.
Solar Guardian radius? Yeah.
Yeah, like that will always interrupt Fiend's Grip if you have it.
Dude, I have the funniest thing was like the patch where it's like position 4, position 5 Dawnbreaker. He just rushes Holy Locket Ags, and then if it goes late game, you're just healing people like 700 health, 800 health in an AoE that like covers your whole screen. Stonebank catches a spear here. They do have the save for the moment. There's gonna be the Dawnbreaker, but she's stuck inside. What is this, a dozen wards? Z-Freak on the Shaman, holding her down long enough, and that's gonna be Timbersaw falling second here. Both cores, the big ones, fall. And with that, I don't know if you can defend your high ground here against Gunner's Lone Druid. He's still got an Aegis for another minute. Meanwhile, Costabile will clear up the bottom creep wave as well, so that will slowly push in here.
Yeah, that Medusa wasn't able to do anything. He just feared immediately out of that sleep, so just wasn't able to press the Stone Gaze here to get the disengage off.
Yep. It's a 5-second duration, isn't it? How long does... Yeah, dude. Oh my god. 5-second duration. It is so ridiculous.
Yep. I mean, Storm Spirit.
Well, I guess the fear is... Wait, is the fear 2.6 the bonus to yourself is 5? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It's the bonus movement speed to yourself. It's not the disable that lasts 5 seconds. The disable's only 2.6.
Yeah. Finding Costabile mid. Oh, a Hex instantly, so he gets the BKB off. He turned attention on over to Z-Freak. Should be able to take him down here on Fade. Stonebank did already pump that Stone Gaze. They want to continue the chase, but Gunner, he's got to get out of here. His Aegis expiring in just about 10 seconds. The question is, can you re-engage Arena in about 15? And there is an Arcane Rune bottom. Drop that up on Costabiles. He's just going to go back to the jungle. So they actually don't lose much at all. It's just going to be that Shadow Shaman. They do protect the melee barracks, though.
Yeah. Melee barracks still alive for now. I mean, they almost turned that fight around. You're forced to jump back in there on Z-Freak and get that Tex off on the Bane. Otherwise, the Fiend's Grip would end up connecting and might have been able to find themselves a kill. But they're holding for... Dude, they're just going back in now.
Oh, the fear into the arena. The Spear Medusa, not where you want to be once again. The Freezing Field just doing so much damage. He pops the Manta. They don't stand a chance. Fade, Axe reveal, does find 2 here. Rotation from speed as well. The BKB from the Mars is going to keep him just fine. And now Timbersaw in trouble, catches a spear as well. The roots are there from the Lone Druid, and he will fall Z-Freak on the hunt here on the Shadow Shaman, trying to find his next target. But again, you've lost the Medusa, you lost that Timbersaw, and they'll just drop the wards onto the high ground. They'll secure themselves that. Well, okay, goes to Bile. No cares in the world, pops the BKB, disengage, does get the buyback on B9. Fiend's Grip not available for another 30 seconds.
And it's about to be a nuisance here. Didn't have the Electric Vortex. Tried to pop that Nico's Bile there, but he popped his BKB off first. Of course, it not being like a target ability anymore because he got that Exit Scepter. There it is now.
Nice Vortex. Can he actually find a big kill here? He's trying, but the bash from the bear. Gunner's able to keep himself alive, and there's the Blink Hex onto the Bane. This is going to be a dieback onto your Bane.
Yeah, B9 not going to be able to hit him with the Fiend's Grip, but still off and cooling another 5 seconds as well. They actually back up away from the Raxes now, though.
They got to heal up on Gunner.
Putting into 4 heroes, yeah.
He had to resummon and heal real quick, so he's back in. Blink Hex onto the Timbersaw Spear to the low ground. They've got him. Fade comes in. 3 heroes caught by the Vortex. Stone Gaze as well. Do they have the damage? They're falling pretty quick here. And Arena's going to stop that Medusa from doing much else, and Coastabile will fall as well. Did not have that BKB to fall back onto, but Gunner, excuse me? Just destroying the Medusa. He's going to get that True Form off as well. He's very healthy. He's got that Savage Roar coming off on cooldown in a moment. If he can get on top of Fade, it would be huge. He gets the root. He gets the kill. The Shackles onto the Timbersaw as well. He's just healing through, and he gets the kill. Lone Druid, respected by so many teams against Nouns. You let it through is what happens.
Yeah, this one is going to remind them about how strong his Lone Druid is on Gunner. I mean, the man is absolutely insane. Hey, you ripped apart the entire Nouns team there as well. The Electric Vortex got off. You got the huge AoE damage alongside the Timbersaw, but this double damage bear running through your back lines. It was like 3,700 HP that they had in the True Form in that last team fight. There's just not enough damage to bring him down. Yeah. I'm surprised that more teams don't run this, man.
The Lone Druid?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is scary, man. Gunner just going to TP his bear home after that kill. He's like, thank you. He's got to go pick up an Assault Kuros.
Yeah, there's no way they're able to fight the Mega Creeps. They might try to stall this one out. I mean, Medusa's got Divine Rapier queued up at this point.
I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, but you are playing against a Lone Druid. Keep that in mind. So, like, if he needs to play Rad, eventually just going to be able to demolish your base.
Yeah, I mean, he just finished. He just bought an AC outright, and he just goes into the 3rd Roshan.
Yeah.
Not an Aghanim Scepter, unlucky for him, as he would love to have that, but...
I mean, Refresher Shard is also very good. You just get another bear.
I think you just give it to Mars, like double Arena, right? Or you just give it on Shaman, you just double, yeah. I was like, you can give it to Shaman, just double ward the base, but... Yeah, double Arena is so scary.
Somewhat surprised that they're still defending here on the side of DogChamp, but you know, this is an important game for them, man.
Here come the Wraith fans. He's buying them.
Is he really doing it?
Yeah,
We talked about this at the beginning of the game. Yeah.
It's the build. It honestly is. At this point, like, your bear's basically 6-slotted. Just time to get 6-slotted on your hero. Buy a bunch of Wraith fans. There's the Hex. He catches the Storm Spirit. Arena on the backside. Catches Stonebank. The Storm Spirit's first to go down without a buyback. You've trapped 2 inside. Nice Nightmare for the moment. Stonebank ends up making it out, but the second Arena from Moo is going to trap B9. Isolated off is going to be the Timbersaws that get themselves another kill, and B9 unable to get anywhere on the Bane. The Shackles ends up catching Medusa anyway. She doesn't make it back into the fountain. They're getting dissected here on DogChamp. 4 heroes dead, the buyback on the Timbersaw, but my god, Z-Freak will not let him go.
Yeah. Gunner reminding everybody why everyone bans out this lone druid up against him. Because to be like pretty sick performance on the Division 1 Dawnbreaker again, and continuing to show off new stuff here. This Nouns team is always a treat to watch them, and even with this Storm Spirit in the late game, the Null's Talisman's activated, the Aghanim Scepter almost managed to bring it back while defending your base, but still didn't end up being enough there. Nouns win game number 2, and with that, they end up tying wildcard for first place, and we are going to have a pretty wild tiebreaker scenario. I just got word from the admin what it's going to be.
Ooh, I'm excited to hear it.
There is going to be a coin flip to decide the number 1 seed inside this tournament.
I love it. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm here for.
There will be a representative from both Nouns and Wildcard to watch the coin flip happen.
Who gets to call it, heads or tails?
That is an excellent question. Last time we brought this up with the admin Nina, he ended up having like an aneurysm or something like that. He's like, it's not fair if one team gets to decide heads or tails or something like that. It was insane. We'll keep you guys posted on the status of this coin flip, but I do believe that we're going to have an interview soon.
Nice. Do you happen to know who it's going to be?
Absolutely no idea, but there's somebody inside the Discord. I don't recognize them.
All right. We're going to go to a short break, everyone. We'll be back with an interview featuring one of the players from Nouns, and then we've got our second series coming up after that. So stay tuned. We'll see you in a sec. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. And just as we promised, we do have an interview this time with someone very special. It's actually the coach of the new Nouns squad. Welcome to the stream. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I think a lot of people, this is probably their first time meeting you.
Hello, thank you. Yeah, I'm the coach of Nouns. I think if someone has heard of me, probably from previously coaching SG.
Yeah. SG Esports, right? One of the South American powerhouse teams from that we've, actually had the privilege of casting quite a bit over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
In Pro Series a lot. And your name, I'm sure I'm going to butcher it. Mangusu, you have to teach me how to pronounce this one.
That's pretty good.
Oh, all right. Nailed it on the first try. Very easy.
He said pretty good. He just said pretty good. All right.
He said perfect. I heard perfect. Anyways, I have a ton of questions for you. Again, this is my first chance of getting to talk to some of the staff here on the side of this new Nouns team. My first question to you, and I think probably something everyone's curious about, is how long have you been with Nouns coaching them?
Well, I started coaching at the start of the second tour this year.
Okay. Yeah, so like 2 months now? Maybe a little bit more than that? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, just before the second tour. They saw like a decent success. They've been like third, fourth, kind of tied with Wildcard as far as standings go. Uh, my question for you, as far as like, how do I want to word this? As you as a coach, do you have requirements for your team when you're working with them? Like, do you guys have X amount of scrims that you play a day, or are players forced to play a certain amount of pubs? How does requirements go?
We always talk about those things, but they're never requirements. We just try to always see what's happening and basically discuss. Depends. Sometimes the right thing to do is to play a lot of scrims. Sometimes you play fewer. Sometimes you want to play a lot of pubs. Sometimes most of the players are in Europe.
Those places are in Europe? What? Tell me more about that one. I'm pretty sure it's like a full NA team, man.
No, not the players on our team. Like
the scrims. The scrim.
Oh, the scrims are in Europe.
Yeah. Basically, the top 2 teams from NA and SA being in Europe, that impacts scrims and pubs as well.
That makes sense.
Yep. Speaking of the team being in Europe right now, since this is going to be, the last series that you're playing before the long break, can you break down for the people what your role is going to be and what the players are going to be doing during this time off for the major? Because they're not playing in the officials for a little bit.
Yeah, we're just gonna watch a lot of Dota. I think.
Simple question, simple answer.
I think I'm just gonna wake up and then make sure that I catch as many games as possible. Probably gonna watch a bunch with the team, maybe some replays. Maybe we still go for some scrims. You don't want to get rusty.
Yeah. But you give them a little bit of time off during the major, right? Or is it like extra time to focus under the microscope?
I don't know. We had a break before. Probably just want to see how much we can learn from this major.
Are you disappointed at all that the Chinese teams aren't going to be there? I know that some teams took some time off from watching replays during the 2 weeks that the Chinese teams weren't playing. Do you feel the same, or do you feel like there's still a lot to learn from watching this major?
There's definitely gonna be a lot to learn, but yeah, um, it's always interesting to see the basically the clash between the drafts that the Chinese teams have and other international teams.
Mm.
But I think it's pretty popular at this point that people just watch a lot of Chinese Dota, especially people who have impact on drafts.
Mhm. I guess my last question for you, you bring up draft, is what would you say that your number one focus is on as a coach? Are you draft oriented, hero movement oriented, mechanics? What do you excel at the most, and what do you like? What knowledge are you imparting the most on the players?
For me, I think it's mostly drafting and macro map movements. That's usually what I try to focus on, but I'm trying to improve on more things.
Okay, so was the Crystal Maiden mid your call? Because I'm gonna have a
Oh,
lot of pubs ruined by that.
nah, I think we came up with that idea together.
Okay, you didn't stop them.
But yeah, nah, we like to talk a lot. I think we have a really healthy dynamic.
Mm,
Everyone just constantly talks about the ideas that they have, and we try to share and build up our concepts, trying to be very serious with that. Something that I've always done as a coach is just take a lot of notes. I
mm.
have, I take so many notes, everything, always. So yeah, I'm trying to bring a lot of structure and to analyze opponents and all of that stuff.
That's huge.
I
It's
see.
super time consuming too. So it's like having a coach who can do this and do it well is huge. So props to you.
Yeah,
I do have a question for you though. So since you're like kind of newer to the team, there some of these guys have been playing together for a while. Is there any like thing you've noticed about like how would I say like the dynamics in the team? Like, is anything like different from say like nouns to SG esports or something along those lines? Like, are the players kind of just as receptive? I guess.
um, not sure. There are definitely differences. I think we have some really strong characters here, and yeah, I don't know. We're working hard. I think our dynamic is really good. I'm really happy with the dynamic that we have in the team. Even when there are problems or I feel like I have some point that I want to get across, um, I will always be happy with the conclusion that we get to. And usually, if the idea that we start with is different from mine, I think we're going to get to a middle ground that I always think is actually better than the idea that I had at the start. And
Mm.
yeah, I really like the fact that we are challenging each other a lot because I feel like I'm learning a lot as well.
Yeah, I mean, an extra voice, everyone can benefit from that all the time. No one has like 100% understanding of the games. I feel like it's give and take about certain ideas. Yeah, so definitely
Yeah,
growing a lot from that. I can ruin your good mood though.
Oh no.
I
go
want to
for
do
it.
that right now. Do you know how the tiebreakers are being decided?
Oh no. Okay,
Huh?
so I really I really try to not look at these things, and I looked as a joke, and
Mhm.
I went down the list and realized that we had exactly the same results.
Yep.
So hit me with it.
The tiebreakers are being decided right now by a coin flip.
Huh. All right.
I can improve your mood though. You won the coin flip, so you guys end up finishing first in the groups. Congratulations.
Oh my.
Yay.
Well, and barring Infinity, don't 2-0 Hokori today. Because if Infinity 2-0, they take first seed. And then it would
Hmm.
be nouns in second. But either way,
Really?
yeah. Infinity does win the head to head on those. I do have I
Uh,
have one more question for you though. So do you guys have like a maybe you can't answer this, but do you guys have like a favorite team that you like to scrim, or do you like to do you try to keep your scrims held into NA, or is it you will pretty much scrim like any of the top teams that you guys are able to?
We definitely prefer an A, but we can get a good scrim in Europe, or SA will go for it. Our favorite team, I don't know, probably EG. I don't know. We're in NA, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. There's a relatively shallow pool of teams.
Hey,
Neph,
man.
any other thoughts?
No, I shared the coin flip thing. That was the number one thing that I want to get across at the end. I mean, it was awesome meeting and speaking to you about what you do with the teams, getting some insight into a coach's role because everybody does it a little bit differently. But your style of taking notes and having players challenge each other, it sounds like a healthy environment.
Yeah. I know. There are so many styles. There's no one has really written a
Yeah,
book or came up with an idea on how to coach. You just gotta figure it out yourself.
yeah. The term coach in Dota is just so incredibly broad. So I like figuring out what different people do. I think in like a lot of other esports, they have like a drafting coach, a hero coach, what
A life
like
coach.
a life coach, a or like a positioning coach. They do a lot like lots of crazy shit in other stuff in
Analyst.
Dota.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Dota, it's like all right, you need to fill all these roles or just some of them.
Yeah. Well, shout
Yeah.
out to you then. Well done. Anything that
Yep.
you would like to say before we let you go?
Yeah. Shout out to nouns.
Right on.
Nice.
Oh, that was
The
one of my
whole
other
process has
questions.
been yeah.
No, I was gonna ask how is the everything been going for, because we asked the players about it and how like it's affected them, but how does it affect you as a coach having the sponsor now? Like how is that like relationship?
I don't really know. I definitely feel like it has given me just a boost of happiness, but nothing really much more. I am already just doing basically using all of my time for Dota and just trying to be super committed.
Yeah.
But maybe it's going to help me on my let's say other goals right now.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us and all the insight that you've given us onto the coaching and the team, my friend. Congratulations on winning that coin flip and getting first place.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate. Oh, I guess I could let you finish what you were going to say in terms of like your shout outs before I rudely interrupted you.
Yeah, and shout out to Nouns. I think the entire process has been so nice. They have been super transparent and quick, and they're already helping a lot. Oh, join the Nouns Discord. That's pretty nice. I really like when games are about to start. I look there are some messages, then the game is over, and I see people cheering. Bunch of noggles on everything. I love
They
that.
tried to put those on me.
That's very funny.
There are some gifts that I think there should be a lot of those. So many just basically super popular gifs, and they have some well done animation of the noggles on them. I really like those.
Very cool. All right, I'll check it out. Well, thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure speaking with you and meeting you, I guess. And maybe we'll get the chance to talk to you again once playoffs come around. But until then, enjoy the break.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. All right, Neph, we have done it. Another series down.
Get into the goddamn lobby.
Oh my god. Are they upset about that?
I'm upset about it.
Oh well, it's fine. We've got a short break, and I mean like very short break. We're about to start the next series, but we've got to move our old bones at this point. So we're gonna be back after just a couple minutes here with Hikori versus Infinity, another big series for both of these teams. So we'll see y'all in just a little bit here on the BTS Pro Series Season 11. Don't go anywhere.